Hey guys, welcome to my rankings for the Final Destination series. As you know, I just recently completed my collection for the Final Destination films. This was the last film I needed to get, which ironically enough was the first film. And this is the only film I actually saw in the theaters, by the way. Alright, I'm going to talk about this movie really quick. Now, originally I first heard about this movie through Fangoria magazine, and back then it was going by another title, which was Flight 180. Which they're really lucky they changed that, because I think it would have been really hard to keep the series going, as the other films didn't deal with airplanes. So, like Flight 180 Part 2 and 3 and 4, it'd be kind of weird. Another thing too, this film was written by Glenn Morgan and James Wong, and James Wong directed it, and they were writers on the X-Files series. Now, the original script for this was supposed to be an episode of the X-Files, which would have been kind of interesting had they actually did it, but since it was discarded, they decided to turn it into a movie. And one more thing, this film reminded me of another film, a Canadian film from the 80s called Soul Survivor, which had a similar plot where this young girl survives a plane accident only to have death come after her. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and go through the series from worst to best. Alright, coming in at number 5, we have The Final Destination, which is actually part 4, which I think is kind of funny. This is the only sequel that doesn't have any numerals in the title. Now, this film is defined by its race car, well, NASCAR death, where people are at the NASCAR. I don't know if it's officially NASCAR or whatever, but they're at the races, and then the cars have the accident, and they start going into the stands and stuff like that. In my opinion, this is the weakest film in the series, and I think it's because it's from the post-accident deaths. They're kind of weak in this one, and especially the first post-accident death, which deals with a racist guy that wants to blame this African-American security guard for the death of his girlfriend, and that whole opening death sequence was kind of weak in this one. I think it was the weakest one. However, towards the end of the films, the death gets a little bit better, and there's a really cool escalator death I thought was really cool. But other than that, this was my least favorite one in the series. Alright, coming in at number 4, we have Final Destination Part 3. And this is the roller coaster one. And this one I had a lot of problems with. And most of it has to do with the makeup of the cast. Like this one, they're all young people. Like in the other ones, they got a mixture between young and old. And this one, they didn't do that. They decided to make it like a dead teenager film. And I think there's even a special feature on here that talks about that. Had it come with special features, this will be number 1 out of all the the DVDs and Blu-rays, because this one's a 2-disc set and comes with some really cool features. There's one where you can slightly alter the depths in the movie with your remote control as you watch the thing, which is actually really, really awesome. And this is one of the few that comes with a really cool slipcover as well. Now this one stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and she was okay in it, but I didn't really like her performance, because this one is like basically scene after scene of them hunting people down that are supposed to go on a roller coaster and trying to warn them of impending doom, and then it just happens. And she has all these scenes of her looking worried and stuff like that. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way with this one. Alright. And another thing too about parts 3 and 4, they're the only films that have nudity in the series. The other films don't have any nudity. Alright. Coming in at number 3, we got Final Destination 5. Now, if this one was based on the opening accident, this would be number 1. This one has like this company, and there's always in place from this company, and they're on this retreat, and they're on a tour bus, and they're on this bridge, and then the bridge starts collapsing, and it's really, really awesome, the deaths that happen during the accident. And the post deaths are pretty cool too. I think one of my favorite ones is the one with the gymnast. I really like that death. It was really cool. And there's a guy that's getting acupuncture I thought was really cool as well. This one I really, really like a lot. Right, coming in at number 2, we have the original Final Destination. This one really did surprise me. I remember seeing this at the dollar store with my buddies many, many years ago. Didn't think I was going to like this film, and I ended up really enjoying it a lot. A great cast. You got Tony Todd and Ali Lauder, who went on to greater fame in Heroes, and Devon Sawa. Really like this film. I like some of the deaths. I like the deaths they give to, I think his name is, what is his name? Can't even see it in here. The guy from American Pie. He has a cool death. The one who played Stifler. This one has a nice, cool, snapper case, which I know a lot of people hate these things, but I do kind of like them, even though you can't get them wet. because you'll waterlog them. But, you know, whoever had this one, I bought this used, kept it in pretty good condition. Alright, and now this brings us to number 1, and that's Final Destination 2. And Ali Lauder is back, as is Tony Todd. I really enjoyed this one a lot. This one doesn't have the best opening accident. That honor still goes to part 5, but I really do like the post-accident deaths in this one a lot. I like the cast. I like Ali Lauder was really cool. I also like that the people that survived the initial accident begin to understand the rules that death is after them. The other films, they don't really deal in that. Like, these guys get really careful after a while. They're like looking around saying, hey, that could cause an accident. That was kind of fun. In the other films, they didn't do that, unfortunately. And Ali Lauder is really cool in this one as well. Tony Todd was actually the weirdest in this one. Like, he had his shit together in the first one, but he was really weird in this one, and he wasn't as weird in the 5th movie. I think he had a voice cameo in part 3, but he wasn't in part 4. So there you go, guys. That's my rankings for the Final Destination series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.